Hello everyone, and welcome to part 8 of my multi-state Railfan trip series. In this part, you will see my catches from spending 2 days on the Gettysburg and Northern Railroad, a regional short-line railroad owned by Patriot Rail that interchanges with CSX in Gettysburg and delivers cars to industries along the line. In addition to freight, they recently introduced a passenger excursion train that uses the same tracks and towards Gettysburg and the surrounding area. You will see both the freight and passenger moves in this video. On July 6th, I set out to hopefully see some action along the line, but after missing the freight that morning, I realized that the passenger train was going to run soon. So I set up, and sure enough it came, with ex-New Jersey Transit GP40 FH-2, number 1786 leading, with an amazing K5LA. Plus, GP15 1863 was trailing on this train. Since I didn't have much else to do, I decided to chase them up the line, and was able to see them in 2 other spots. The first was up the street, at Hers Ridge Road. Visited one more spot, Rake Factory Road, which features an awesome curve for the train to snake through. Catching the passenger train wasn't what I had anticipated doing, but I was really glad I did because it's such a cool train, and plus, on July 9th, I returned to see the freight run. The Monday to Friday freight train, also known as the 101 turn, runs from Gettysburg as far up the line as they need to that day. I arrived early to maximize my chances to see them and waited in the Gettysburg battlefields for this freight train to come. And after a bit of waiting around, the Getty 101 turn headed out of the yard to start their day's work. Today's train featured GP 38-2, number 3833 long hood forward, which is painted in their Honoring Our Veterans scheme. This unit is really cool. Although I kind of was hoping I could see their ex-Illinois Central Jeep, I'm still fine with this. I decided to chase them the same way I chased the passenger train in the beginning, then continued following them up the line. The next spot was the same as the second spot of the passenger train at Hers Ridge Road. I always loved seeing short-line freight railroads, and this one is especially scenic to chase. Up next, we were back at the curve at Rake Factory Road. After they passed me here, they went on to work the paper mill located in Biglerville just up the line, and unfortunately there are very little spots to publicly view them working this industry, so me and my dad moved up further to our next spot, a small dirt road in basically someone's backyard, where the freight line passes through, which I find pretty cool. After an honestly pretty long wait, they showed up proceeding north with a new cut of cars. After this, we quickly chased it up to Nursery Road and barely made it. here we arrived to the second industry they worked. Here we are in Aspers, Pennsylvania, where they are working the Dr. Pepper and Snapple beverage industry. Just like that, they departed, on their way to their next industry. Out of quite literally nowhere, it began to rain, and the 101 crew began working this industry right up here. I tried making some clips of them working here, but it was just too far, and I moved on to the next spot. And just like that, right as I got to the next spot, you'll see that the rain also stopped. spot on, it was pretty far before the next industry, so we kept following them through winding back roads into spots like this. At this point, we were up in the more mountainous area, which allowed for some really cool shots through more wooded areas like this. And we just barely beat them to the top of the mountain, which would be our final spot. And that wrapped up 2 incredible days of chasing the Gettysburg and Northern Railroad. This railroad is such an awesome shoreline, and I highly recommend checking it out if you're in the area. Thank you all very much for watching, and stay tuned for the final part of the series. You won't want to miss it.